becomes a torch bearer in on the veterinary scene, not only the country but also abroad. With these few words, I once again want to commend the effort by this association and by the editors, and wish the journal, the association, and also all of you the best of luck. I am sorry I have to be a substitute chief guest of guest on this occasion, because I was told that somebody else would be, some other possibility will be the chief guest. It is surprising for me that I am able to be the chief guest on this occasion. That will be my own institution, that to my own faculty and students not. In any case, this such tasks are also performed by the director, and I look upon it as one of them. Thank you very much.
हम इस समारोह को औपचारिक रूप से बंद हो चुका है। मेरा एक कर्तव्य बनता है कि मैं आज के समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि डॉक्टर दया सिंह बालन जी को अपनी ओर से, अपने संगठन की ओर से और अपनी कार्यकारिणी की ओर से बहुत बहुत आभार प्रकट करूँ कि उन्होंने इतने कम समय में और इतनी व्यस्तता के बावजूद भी हमारे लिए अपना अमूल्य समय निकाला। जैसा कि हमें पता लगा कि वो कहीं बाहर भी जाने वाले हैं, लेकिन फिर भी उन्होंने हमारे लिए अपनी कन्वीनियंस को विचार कर इतना समय दिया कि हम इस समारोह को आज आयोजित कर सकें। मैं उनको अपनी कार्यकारिणी की तरफ से और अपने संपादकीय मंडल की तरफ से यह विश्वास दिलाना चाहूँगा कि हमारी पत्रिका में अच्छे शोध पत्र प्रकाशित होंगे। अभी हमारा प्रथम प्रयास है, हमारी पत्रिका सदजात है, इसलिए अभी हम शायद कुछ ऐसे शोध पत्र भी प्रकाशित कर रहे हैं जिन्हें के विज्ञान की कसौटी पर 100 में 100 अंक न मिले, लेकिन फिर भी हमारा सतत प्रयास रहेगा कि हम अपनी पत्रिका को दिनों दिन बेहतर बनाएं। मुझे ये भी कहते हुए गर्व महसूस होता है कि हमारे कृषि विज्ञान शोध परिषद के आजीवन संरक्षक सदस्य भी हैं। यह एक ऐसी संस्था है जिसका मुख्यालय करनाल में और जो राष्ट्रभाषा के प्रति समर्पित है। इसी उद्देश्य को ध्यान में रखते हुए हमने अपनी पत्रिका में हिंदी में सारांश प्रकट करने का एक संकल्प किया है, और यह इस संस्थान की पशु चिकित्सा विज्ञान की ऐसी दूसरी पत्रिका है जिसमें एक सारांश हिंदी में प्रकाशित हो रहा है। एक और पत्रिका जिसका प्रकाशन हमारे डॉक्टर जी कर रहे हैं, उसमें भी सारांश हिंदी में प्रकाशित हो रहा है। मेरा धन्यवाद है डॉक्टर टी.एन. जायसवाल, जो कि हमारे संगठन के उपाध्यक्ष भी हैं और आज अध्यक्ष की उपस्थिति में इस समारोह की अध्यक्षता करने के लिए वो राजी हुए थे। उनके सतत प्रयासों और दिन रात परिश्रम से ही इस पत्रिका का प्रकाशन संभव हो पाया और हमारे संगठन की गतिविधियां आगे बढ़ती रही। जैसा कि मैंने पूर्व में कहा, हमारे संगठन का एक महत्वपूर्ण अंग हमारा युवा सचिव डॉक्टर सिंह वर्मा है। डॉक्टर सिंह वर्मा के एकल प्रयासों से ही इस संगठन का आकार, प्रकार और स्थापना हुई। उन्हीं के कहने से इस पत्रिका को हम प्रकाशित कर पाए। पिछली साल तक हम उन्हें कह रहे थे कि अभी पत्रिका प्रकाशन का समय नहीं आया है। अच्छे संगठन भी अपने साल 2 साल की स्थापना के बाद ही पत्रिका प्रकाशित करने की सोचते हैं, लेकिन वह इस बात पर दृढ़ थे कि मैं पत्रिका का प्रकाशन अवश्य करूँगा। इसके लिए न आपसे मैं वित्त मांगूंगा और न आपसे बहुत अधिक सहायता। तो उनके एकल प्रयासों के फलस्वरूप ही हमारी ये पत्रिका प्रकाशित हुई। इसके लिए मैं उन्हें हार्दिक बधाई देना चाहूँगा और अपना और कार्यकारिणी सदस्यों का आभार प्रकट करना चाहूँगा। मेरा इस समारोह का आयोजन इस कक्ष में कर पाए मिस्टर जयंत शर्मा, जिन्होंने हमें अपना सहयोग दिया और उनके सहयोग में हमें भरपूर सहयोग इस समारोह की आयोजन किया है। उनके लिए हम हृदय से आभारी हैं। जिन्होंने भी समय समय पर जब भी हमने उनसे कहा, उन्होंने आगे यहाँ पर छायाचित्र लिए और उसको बड़े ही तत्परता से हम लोगों को दिया। प्रभारी इंजीनियरिंग और उनके कर्मचारी, BLM विभाग के कर्मचारी, ये सब हमारे धन्यवाद के पात्र हैं। बरेली नगर के पत्रकार दल, जिन्होंने बूथ में भी हमारे सभी कार्यक्रमों का कला से है, उनका मैं तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं। संस्थान के प्रशासन जो उन्होंने अपने सुरक्षा गार्डों पर तैनाती की, वो भी हमारे धन्यवाद के पात्र है। और आज के समारोह की वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहे हैं मिस्टर अतुल, ही हमारे धन्यवाद के पात्र हैं। और अंत में उपस्थित विज्ञ समुदाय जो भी हमारे शॉर्ट नोटिस पे आ सका, हमारे दिल में उनको आभार प्रकट करने के लिए आयोजन करेंगे। आप उपस्थित होकर आयोजन को सफल बनाने में हमारा सहयोग करें। धन्यवाद। और इसी के साथ में आपको सूक्ष्म जलपान के लिए आमंत्रित करता हूं। President of IVRI, Dr. T.M. Jaiswal, to welcome.
I will fellow scientists and more, the chief guest of today's inaugural function, Chairman Dr. D.S. Pali, Director IVRI, Dr. P.M. Bhatt, Enhanced Memory Commissioner, Dr. M.B. Singh, President IVR, Dr. Rishabh Verma, Secretary IVR, esteemed dignitaries, distinguished invitees, members, delegates, faculty members of IVRI, other staff members, media persons, and students. Our pride knows no bounds due to gracious presence of Dr. A. Chaudhary on this auspicious occasion, as he is one of the veteran scientists of the country who has played a very significant role in the progress of veterinary science and animal production. We are highly elated and gratified to have you, sir, in our midst. In spite of your very busy schedule, you have acceded to our request to grace this occasion. We are grateful to you for this. On behalf of the organizing committee and my own behalf, I extend Director IVRI, who is chairing this inaugural session, has been the inspiring source to us due to his over-encouragement and guidance in our midst. And most Memory Commissioner, Dr. P.M. Bhatt, who needs no introduction to this august gathering. His interest in the progress of development of animal health of the country has been the almighty blessing in disguise. We feel very happy by his august presence at this occasion and team address to this symposium. We extend our heartfelt welcome to you, sir. Dr. M.P. Singh, Professor and Head of making all efforts to put this society on a very sound footing. We feel great pleasure in welcoming you. Welcome you, sir. Dr. Sir Verma is the founder secretary of this association. He is very enthusiastic, dynamic, and ambitious young secretary of the association. His untiring efforts have made possible to organize this national symposium at this institute. It is a matter of immense pleasure to welcome such a dynamic secretary. Welcome you. It is a matter of great pleasure and fun to extend you all, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm and cordial welcome to this national symposium on advances in veterinary research and their impact on animal health and protection being held at this National Institute, which has immense contribution in the national development by discoveries of national and international fame. We welcome you all, ladies and gentlemen. We are very much glad.
The gracious presence of Honorable Dr. A.L. Chaudhary was born on 7th day of June 1933 in district Bikaner of Rajasthan. He obtained his BSc and AS degree from Rajasthan Agricultural University Bikaner in 1958 and did his masters in 1960 from famous Madras Veterinary College and went to USA for MSc and PhD at Ohio University. On a brief period, he served there as research associate, but left the country and joined as assistant and assistant professor at Sukharia University, Bikaner. Later on, he became the founder head. I request Mrs. Dr. Renu Mishra to offer a floral tribute to our honorary chief guest, Dr. A.L. Chaudhary. Dr. Mishra. Dr. Parma Suresh to present a floral tribute. And his presence generally gave a big show to any occasion. I request Dr. Vinita Singh to present a bouquet to Dr. Bhatt, the DDG Animal Husbandry and ASC. Thank you, Ms. Singh. I request Ms. Rupa to present a bouquet to our President, Dr. M.P. Singh. Thank you, Ms. Rupa T. and Jaiswal. Thank you, Mr. Rishel Verma. Thank you, Shri. We should make the land, and this is my fervent appeal to my Chief Guest, Honorable Dr. A.L. Chaudhary, to light the lamp before Ma Saraswati.
Dr. D.S. Paran, Director of IVRI, distinguished scientists, ladies and gentlemen. The veterinary profession has established a clear role in its contribution to the national economy, animal welfare and human welfare. We have to maintain expertise in matters relating to animal welfare and handling the economics of animal-based commercial enterprises, new opportunities in prevention, diagnosis and therapy, as well as keeping up to date with relevant legislation. We have to form the backbone of animal health, welfare and production systems that will evolve in the next decade and beyond. Farmers have to be convinced that improved animal health and production would improve the standard of living and profit. Veterinary involvement in human health and welfare was probably underappreciated by both the medical and veterinary profession. A large number of people depended on animals for their livelihood, companionship or safety. For the elderly or handicapped persons, animal species. It is suggested that there must be a much greater commitment to continuing research development that the profession has shown hitherto. I am happy that the association is publishing a research journal of its own to make members become strong and effective in fulfilling their role with regard to food production and animal welfare. The challenge of potential investment in research, development, training and support services was imperative. There must be more efficient programs to protect the public from unsafe meat, milk, eggs and other edible livestock products with improved and harmonized legislation to facilitate trade in animals and products of animal origin. Some biotechnological opportunities may alter livestock production in as massive a manner as artificial insemination as done in 1950s, but with far more immediate and widespread effect than ever was evidently here. Embryo transfer was already a commercial proposition, but new developments such as in vitro fertilization, embryo sexing, and animal welfare. Disease control is still the most important role for the veterinarians. Maintenance, surveillance, continuous exotic animal diseases by maintaining barriers against uncontrolled entry of risky animals and contributors. Success will be achieved by banning the importation of any item considered to constitute a risk. With increased trade liberalization, it has become necessary to have risk assessment and risk scientific calculations during this symposium would certainly have a positive effect on the advancement of veterinary research.
Association. He just advised us not to publish the journal in haste. We promised him, sir, we will publish the journal and it will be a continuous publication. So our journal is published regularly, and this time we are publishing 2 souvenirs to mark this occasion. One souvenir contains abstracts, and I request Honorable Chief Guest Dr. Chaudhary to release this souvenir for the delegates and the participants here. Another publication
we have brought on this occasion is the souvenir containing the activities of IVRI. I request Honorable Dr. Bhatt.
Thank you, sir.
A.M. Chaudhary, Chairman, Agricultural Scientist Recruitment Board, Honorable Dr. P.M. Bhatt, our special guest, Deputy Director General Animal Sciences and also currently Animal Commissioner Government of India, Dr. MPC, President of our society, Dr. Jaiswal, Dr. Verma, Dr. Devdas, distinguished stroke was established in 1889. Thus, it is only in the fitness of things that the Educated Association for Advancement of Veterinary Research has chosen IVRI as the venue for this national symposium on a very important topic, that is advances in veterinary research and their impact on animal health and production. It is also apt and appropriate that we are in this today our eminent chief guest and distinguished professional colleague, Dr. A.L. Chaudhary, who by virtue of his hard work, determination, and meritorious achievements throughout his non-agricultural scientist recruitment board in our veterinary profession. Let me request you all to join me in applauding his achievements on this unique occasion and give him a big hand of welcome. I'm more than sure will act as a good catalytic agent for the success of this important symposium. We have in our midst another leading light of our profession, Dr. P.M. Bhatt, who is nowadays carrying big responsibilities of two key positions of Deputy Director General Animal Science and Animal Husbandry Commissioner upon his able and broad shoulders. His achievements and distinctions throughout his illustrious and long career are indeed laudable. Even though it is like a homecoming for an year, yet I must perform my duty of proposing to him also the toast of warm welcome. I am optimistic that his eminent presence and advice and participation in the deliberations throughout this symposium will prove to be highly productive and rewarding. His dynamic guidance and direction will certainly go a long way in the emergence of some meaningful and fruitful recommendations. Veterinary animal science research has come a long way off at the present time. As is well known, the foremost problem of India at the time of independence was to provide adequate food for its teeming millions of people. Dr. Jawaharlal Nehru once said that everything else can wait except agriculture, including animal science. With great efforts of all concerned, scientists, policymakers and planners, administrators, and most of all our farmers, self-sufficiency in cereal crop production was achieved with the onset of Green Revolution. This was soon followed by White Revolution, leading to doubling and trebling of our milk production and egg production capacity. While some people believe that Green Revolution has been offset by considerable economic and social structural imbalances in some regions of our rural countryside, personally, I don't think so, because all innovators and hard workers, irrespective of the fact whether they live in the rural countryside or urban areas, have a right to prosper by reaping the fruits of their labor. However, and fortunately for us all, the white and red revolutions have not produced such so-called imbalances. There have been significant and several-fold increases in milk production, egg production, meat production, wool production, and leather production, etc. And the benefits therefrom have been equitably distributed amongst all sections of our community, be they participating farmers and their agencies or other ruralites or urbanites. Let me now take this opportunity in commending the laudable contribution made by our veterinary profession in bringing such strides to our national economy. However, we cannot afford to be complacent. The rural population in India is increasing at an alarming rate, and whatever food is sufficient today will become insufficient soon. Moreover, with the ever-increasing pace of development and rise in the standard of our living, the emphasis has already changed from mere quantity to better quality. Therefore, we must continue to take stock of the present status and trends of research for increasing animal production and productivity and devise suitable priorities for the future. To this end, this symposium provides us with an appropriate platform for interaction with one another. As Dr. M.S. Swaminathan says, such meetings provide us a suitable setting and enable us to purchase time and learn quickly about each other's work. Hopefully, the present meeting will also prove equal to the task in this regard. In this country, much of the current research in biotechnology, immunology, and molecular biology has been planned to bring about applicable results. Great strides have been made in developing diagnostic tools for animal diseases and the prevention and control of such diseases. In the near future, we have to see that these tools and techniques known to the field at large are eventually put to use by the members of our noble profession for the benefit of our farmers and animal owners. Moreover, we also to develop measures for prevention of entry of exotic diseases in our country and also remain alert to control such diseases in case they occur. With respect to animal production, I personally feel that our available fodder and feed resources are declining day by day, and the day may not be far off when we will find very little to feed to our animals, especially from the quality point of view. Therefore, besides making the best possible use of our resources like straw, etc., there will always remain the need to develop alternate feed resources. At the same time, we need to encourage feeding of hotel and hostel waste, kitchen waste, and other byproducts to species like pigs, which are efficient converters of the same. Incidentally, it will not be out of place to mention here that pig production and productivity potential in our country has not been exploited to the extent it deserves. Our strategy with regard to housing and animal management so far has yielded somewhat good results. However, in the future, we have to link such schemes to recording of products and trades in the field conditions and go a long way in defining and refining our animal production strategies further, especially at the primary producers level. At present, much remains to be done with respect to improving the quality of milk and its products and meat and its products from the biological and quality point of view. No doubt, many studies are available in this regard, and even standards for various items are also available, but these are not penetrated to the field to the desirable extent. Therefore, we need to study the reasons for the same and find out whether our technologies need modification to suit field conditions at the primary producers level. There is also an urgent need to study the input-output relationship in animal feeding and production, particularly with reference to production economics in terms of per unit animal level output as well as in terms of per unit land holding level. In the coming years, as animal production increases, the consumers' demand and preferences, as has already been stated by me, are going to exert a greater pressure on research workers. For example, the situation with regard to slaughterhouses, butcher shops, and other similar institutions is not very desirable at the present time. Therefore, we have to devise suitable methods for improving the meat quality and its products. As is well known, cooking by boiling, frying extra, cannot continue to act as a substitute for poor hygienic quality of the raw materials any longer. I am glad to observe that in many disciplines, particularly in animal health, there is now an increased tendency to the greater use of statistical methods for designing and for drawing right type of inferences from research experiments. However, we have to develop better statistical techniques to suit the specific needs of different disciplines and subject areas, and more particularly for purpose of relating them to the ground reality of our situation and circumstances. We also to pay greater attention to basic research in subjects like animal physiology, biochemistry, genetics, statistics, etc. because only breakthroughs in basic research will ultimately lead us to carry out better applied research and development activities in the key areas of animal health and production. I am glad that a session has also been planned in this symposium on social sciences. Perhaps this has been done by keeping in view the awareness that many technologies and new ideas produced by research workers do not penetrate or used by the farmers due to various sociological and economical reasons. Moreover, there is a barrier between the veterinary scientists and the farmers and animal owners, and this gap needs to be shortened, and that too as quickly as possible for the benefit of our veterinary profession. Hopefully, the points made hearing as well as the addresses of our other distinguished speakers in this inaugural session will receive due attention during the deliberations of this important symposium, in which many eminent scholars have come together from distant places. I welcome all the guests and the honorable delegates to IVRI, and I fervently hope that the next 2 days will be full of scientific activity and original thought, mutually beneficial to all. In case there are any flaws in the arrangements here, both as chairman of the organizing committee as well as the director of the institute, I would like to request you to bear with us, because after all, perfection is the privilege of the Almighty alone. I wish this symposium great success. Thank you.
Young Association, IVRI, is our director has given some directions in his presidential address, and how we are going to meet these objectives and how we are going to satisfy his directions to their activity, and what we are going to do in the next 2 days, as our chairman has just directed us. So in that light, I request Dr. Banu to tell about all this.
Thank you, Dr. Dejan. Honorable Dr. Amritlal Chaudhary, Chairman, Agricultural Scientist Recruitment Board, Dr. Putkarnath Bhattji, Deputy Director General, Animal Science and Animal Husbandry Commissioner, and respected Dr. M.P. Singh, President, Indian Association for the Advancement of Veterinary Research, Dr. T.N. Jaiswal, Organizing Secretary as well as Vice President of the Association, Dr. Devendra Sarup, Joint Secretary, distinguished and eminent scientists, directors from other institutes, our Joint Directors, Dr. R.R. Shukla, as your expert, ladies and gentlemen. It is my proud privilege to let the House know that the Son of Indian Association for the Advancement of Veterinary Research has arisen on 8 January 1991, and rays of which have been forming from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, east to west and north to south. A newly created scientific association with entirely a new zeal, a new enthusiasm, a new dynamic, a new horizon. The moot question in the mind of many persons may be that what is the genesis of this newly created association? The major factor for its genesis is inspiration, as we aspire to inspire. And the source of inspiration in this case has been an inherent power, and a power coming from our gurus, from teachers, from my seniors and spiritual sages. As we are aware, we sometimes relax ourselves hearing some voice, a melody voice. Here is a voice in the name of Indian Association for the Advancement of Veterinary Research, a voice of strong supporters, a voice of dedicated veterinarians, a voice of like-minded persons. We would also like to submit few queries to this galaxy of scientists full of hope. Is there any association which could give us any travel grant for attending the conference at home and abroad? Is there any association whose abbreviations could be used as an appendix with qualifications, as is happening in many developed countries? Is there any association which could take care of poor students or could take care of retired veterinarians? Like that, there are several questions. We hope this association has cognitive sense to address such questions in the coming future. There is one appendix. We cannot discuss reasons for this at the moment. We hope some initiations have been taken place for a veterinary academy, but we are not aware of the exact candidates progress in this respect. Therefore, the aims and objectives of our association are crystal clear and effective. The fundamental aim of the association is to promote advancement of veterinary research and to avoid and control aberrations which may cause unnecessary divergence of the profession. The association objective is to provide a common platform to field veterinarians, scientists, and policymakers to make an interdisciplinary approach, interactions, and to evolve corrective measures for the upliftment of the veterinary science, research, and education. In other words, whole veterinary profession. The aim of the association is to act as a nerve center for the future progress. It does not lost its vitality in the quagmire of politics. Organizations, as we know, are born as ideas in the mind of one or more promoters. Indian Association for the Advancement of Veterinary Research solicits your cordial support and cooperation in her endeavors. We are happy to let the House know that there are 130 live members to date within a period of 3 years, and besides annual and student members. In all, 200 persons have enrolled till today. We think that it is an impressive and encouraging number so far. So far, a large number of associations have come up, as we know, particularly discipline-wise, carrying a varying number of membership, maybe a minimum number of 40 members. The answer has to come from such associations about their contribution to the veterinary society and welfare. In our experience and observations, such associations have almost a common mandate to hold at least one conference and to publish, if possible, a journal. Our concept is little different. Our understanding to Societies Act 21 at 1860 tempt and privilege us to work further what we told. Many of us may be aware the listed scientific society can herself sponsor research projects, and for example, provision exists in the Department of Science Technology. We have many plans in our mind, and let us wait and see how do they mature in the coming future. Our efforts will be directed to evolve and raise funds to strengthen the economic status of the association, and we look forward to raise our funds to 1 crore. What I uttered on 2nd December 1992, I still remember. The figure looks very much high. It looks as we are talking castle in air, but we are sure if we do not think, even now, even today, we should not hope for a very strong profession in all respects for the next future years. We have to do strenuous work. We have to toil relentlessly to enrich the association. Unfortunately, we are not getting help from the Commonwealth Veterinary Association Council of India. We are in touch with the Commonwealth Secretariat at Australia, and we look forward to be recognized by the Commonwealth Veterinary Association. Our association, as Dr. L.P. Singh, President, told in his presidential address, is publishing a biannual journal, the Indian Journal of Veterinary Research, a rapid publication. This journal has got new